Okay, we're going to make my chili chicken stir fry. Hopefully you've got your pan on getting nice and hot and your pan of boiling water boiling away nicely. Got the chicken that's been nice and thinly sliced, and we just need to give it a little pinch of salt and pepper, and just a little pinch because we're using soy sauce which is salty later. So just a little pinch of salt and a twist of pepper. And we can take this over to the hob and get cooking. So we just need to add about a teaspoon of oil to the hot pan and give it a swirl around, and then add in the chicken. And this will be quite noisy, so we'll add in the chicken, leave it, and go and wash your hands and come back to the hob. Okay, and we just need to give the chicken a little stir around, just to move it around the pan, just to check it's not sticking. And now we can move this onto the back burner and get the noodles on. So I'm moving the noodles onto the main heat. And now we can just pop our noodles straight into the boiling water. And then we can just leave the noodles to come back up to the boil, and there's nothing too much else we need to do at the moment. And all we're going to do is just let the chicken cook through a little bit, and then once it's almost cooked, we're going to add the vegetables, the peppers and the spring onions, and just to heat it through so it'll be nice and vibrant and crunchy, and then add the sauce at the last minute, drain the noodles, and it'll all be done. So just try and break up the noodles slightly. They should be able to start getting separated in the pan. Using a fork or one of these sort of pasta spoons. And we can give the chicken a little stir around and a little turn over. So if it looks like this, I'll bring it forward so you can see. You see how it's cooking well on one side, and if we turn it over, see it's getting some nice colour on it. And so just turn it over so that it cooks all the way through. And because we've sliced the chicken so nice and thinly, it'll take next to no time to cook, which is always handy. So I'm just moving the chicken around the pan, just making sure that the uncooked bits get turned towards the pan. And I'm going to give the noodles another little stir and just make sure that they're separating nicely. Just give them a little shake. They should be coming apart now nicely. There we go. And I'm going to turn the heat back, swap the pans around again now. So I'm going to put the chicken back on the main heat and put the noodles back on the medium heat. And that chicken will be pretty much cooked through now, so we can add in all the vegetables and the ginger and the garlic. So you've got your pepper, spring onion and your finely sliced chilli, and they can go straight in. Along with the ginger, grated ginger and the chopped garlic. So just give this a little stir through. And all we're doing is just heating the vegetables through really, and then the garlic and the ginger will get cooked in next to no time at all. So it's still on the main heat, on full. And we just need to check the noodles. They should be pretty much done now. So just take a strand and have a bite. But careful not to burn yourself. Yeah, they're perfect. They should be just like spaghetti, so not too mushy, but with just enough bite. So we're going to put the sauce on first, and then we can go and drain the noodles. So we're going to add the sauce to the chicken. So hopefully you've got your 3 bottles ready. The oyster sauce, the soy sauce, and the rice vinegar. Take the lids off. So it's 4 tablespoons of the oyster sauce. You put that in first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then just the 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. And then just give it all a nice stir together. And then go and drain your noodles and then bring them back over to the hob. And we're almost finished now. Okay, so the chicken will be bubbling away nicely. We can turn the heat off now, and all that's left to do is to add the noodles and give it a stir together. So we'll add the noodles just a spoon at a time. There we go. And then just give that a nice toss together. Like with the spaghetti carbonara, sometimes it's difficult to get everything mixed through with the noodles, but don't worry, you can sort of distribute it on the plate afterwards. Oh, and it's nice not to have to shout. And then the rest of the noodles in, and stir it through. And we haven't added any more salt or anything because the soy sauce, we've got 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and that contains plenty of salt to act as your seasoning. There we go. So we can now take this over with your pasta spoon or serving spoon, however you want to do it, over to the work surface to serve. nice and simply, we just need to take one of your bowls and then a nice big spoon into the middle of the bowl. And then make sure you've got a bit of everything, a bit of the peppers. There we go. And I think a little bit more spring onion. And then lastly, all you need to do is sprinkle with some chopped coriander. And that's it done. I hope you enjoy it, and it's perfectly healthy, so you can enjoy it guilt-free.